The Tour de France is the most prestigious race on the cycling calendar and the one that every professional cyclist wants to ride. Inaugurated in 1903, the Tour is the oldest of the 3-week stage races, also known as Grand Tours. Italian rider Vincenzo Nibali is the defending champion after storming to victory last year ahead of France's Jean-Christophe Perrault. A total of 22 teams will take part in the Tour de France. 17 of those come from the top level of cycling, the World Tour, and were given an automatic place. But Bora Argon 18, Bretagne Sèche Environnement, Cofidis, Europcar and MTN Quebec were handed wildcard entries into the race. MTN Quebec will make history this year as the first African registered team to ride the Tour de France. Each team consists of 9 riders, with most singling out a leader to head their ambitions. It's a team sport though, and each rider plays a role in the team's success. Support riders, known as domestiques, work together to ensure the team leader is safe and in the right place at the right time. As well as protecting their leader from trouble, domestiques will also fetch food and water throughout the stage, and may give their leader a bike part if they encounter a problem. Not every team will be targeting the overall victory though. Teams with sprinters focus on the flat days, and put together what is called a lead-out train, to guide their sprinter to the line. Those who don't bring a sprinter or an overall contender will generally look to the breakaway for a stage win. While breakaways often fail to find victory, riders will attack in the hope that this might be their lucky day. Breakaways are also a good opportunity to get television time for their sponsors. A total of 198 riders will form the Tour de France peloton. Like most races on the cycling calendar, the Tour de France sees the riders fight it out in a number of different classifications, 4 of which offer up a jersey to the victor. First and foremost is the general classification, represented by the iconic yellow jersey. The winner of this competition must prove themselves as an all-round rider, finishing the event in the shortest possible time. As well as distancing their rivals in the time trials and on the mountains, bonus seconds can be picked up by the first 3 riders over the finish line. These will be deducted from the rider's overall time. Riders such as Vincenzo Nibali, Chris Froome and Alberto Contador will be battling it out for this jersey. The green jersey, a points competition, is for the most consistent rider. However, with more points available to the winner of a flat stage, the jersey is generally reserved for the sprinters. Points can also be picked up at intermediate sprints on each stage. Peter Sagan has won the green jersey for the past 3 years. We will have competition from the likes of Mark Cavendish if he wants a 4th. The polka dot jersey of the mountains classification is one of the most distinctive in the peloton. Throughout the race, each climb is given a classification, from 4th category right up to the toughest or category, or out of category. Riders are awarded points for being among the first over the climb, with the amount of points available depending on the toughness of the ascent. Riders who go in breaks on the early stages will get an opportunity to wear the jersey by taking points on the small climbs. However, with double points available on summit finishes, the winner of this classification is often high up on the overall standings. Nairo Quintana won this jersey in 2013, en route to 2nd place overall, while Rafael Majka took the honours last year. Last but not least is the Young Riders classification, signified by the white jersey. To qualify, riders must be 25 and under, which means that any rider born before January 1st, 1990 isn't eligible. The classification works in the same way as the overall competition, with the rider completing the race in the shortest time, taking the top spot. In the last 2 editions of the race, the white jersey wearer has also been on the podium, but it's not since 2007, when Alberto Contador won, that they've stood on the top step. Born in February 1990, Nairo Quintana is a strong contender to win both competitions this July. Frenchmen Thibaut Pinot and Romain Bardet are also favourites for the white jersey. If a rider is leading more than one classification, they'll wear the jersey they're deemed to take priority, with the leader's jersey of the other classification being worn by the 2nd place rider in the standings. There are a number of other classifications at the Tour de France where the leaders don't wear a jersey. The rider who is judged to be the most combative by the jury will wear a red back number the following day. A Superconductivity Award is given at the end to the rider deemed most aggressive throughout the race. The leaders of the team classification will ride with yellow back numbers and a yellow helmet. Proving that finishing the Tour de France is an achievement in itself, there's also the non-official Lanterne Rouge competition for the last rider in the overall classification. There's never been an award given, but the Lanterne Rouge would often earn more money in the post-tour races, and riders have been known to target that position in the past. This year's Tour de France covers over 3,000 kilometres, starting in the Dutch city of Utrecht and finishing in Paris. The finish on the Champs-Élysées has been part of the tour since 1975. The first foreign start was also in the Netherlands, with the riders setting off from Amsterdam in the 1954 race. This is the 21st foreign start for the Tour and the 6th for the Netherlands. This year sees just 41.8 kilometres of time trialling, split over an individual and team time trial event. It's the least kilometres against the clock since the 1933 Tour, which featured no time trialling at all, and puts more emphasis on the big climbs in the final week. The last 5 days taken 4 high mountain stages, with a summit finish on the iconic Alpe d'Huez on the penultimate day. Other key days will be stages 3 and 4, which take in the Ardennes in Belgium and the cobbles of northern France.